So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This video is going to be about a tragedy back happened in 1921. Most of the people, they don't know about it, what it was. 20th of February, 6 a.m. in the morning, the birthplace of Guru Nanak Dev Maharaj. That's what we are going to talk about. At that place, 150 Sikhs were killed within just 2-3 hours, and they were mercilessly killed, brutally slaughtered, and then disgracefully cremated together on a big pile. And that's what we're going to talk about. Why did this happen? Who were these Sikh? Why did they go there? What was their purpose? And who were these guys who attacked on them? How those people got so much of power that they could kill 150 people. Innocent people. They were just visiting the Gurdwara Sahib. They did not protest. They didn't want to harm anyone. And how these guys got so much of power and audacity to kill such innocent people. Let's talk about it. In the starting of 18th century, the Sikh, they had to leave their houses, their gurdwaras, the most important historical gurdwaras. They have to leave them. And then some people who were called Mahants, they were doing the seva of these gurdwaras. Now there are two questions in the starting. Who are these Mahants and what is the meaning of a Mahant? And why the Sikh from Punjab, they were leaving their houses, their businesses, their gurdwaras, and they were going far away in the wilderness, in the deserts to save their lives. In the starting of 18th century, the Farrukhsiyar, the Mughal emperor, he ordered to kill every Sikh. They say that there is a Persian language order that they issued. Nanak parastan ra har jaake bainde ba qatal rasan need. I don't know, my Persian language is not that good, but this is the quote which we get from history, that they gave this order to kill every Sikh whoever believes in Guru Nanak. Doesn't matter that Sikh is protesting against the government or not. So that's why they had to leave their houses, their businesses, and all the gurdwaras, the most important Sikh historical places like Darbar Sahib, Amritsar, Taran Sahib, Goindwal Sahib, Dur Sahib, Nankana Sahib, the birthplace of Guru Nanak Dev Maharaj, Janmasthan. Okay, so now when Sikh they left, Mahants, Udasi Mahants means those ascetics who did not believe 100% in Sikhism. They worshipped God, but in a different way. They were ascetics or penitents. Sikhism doesn't believe that you become an ascetic and then you can go to the path of righteousness, which means not getting married, which means that you leave your worldly belongings and you become an ascetic. Well, somehow they were doing seva, morning and evening rituals in these Sikh historical places like Darbar Sahib and Taran Sahib and other Janmasthan, Prakashthan of Guru Nanak Dev Maharaj, which is now in Pakistan. So during the time of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, we're going very short because I don't want to take this video too long, because we have to reach the point Nankana Sahib, Saka Nankana Sahib. Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he got in power when he was a ruler in Punjab. Then at that he donated lots of land to all these gurdwaras. They say that someone brought attention of Maharaja Ranjit Singh towards Nankana Sahib, the birthplace of Guru Nanak Maharaj, and people said that, oh Maharaja, that look at the place of Guru Nanak's birthplace, and nobody is going there. Like, there's not even oil to light a lamp. There's nothing, no food, no langar. It's what's the use of your kingdom? That Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he says to that person, he says, take one horse, start riding in the morning, go as far as you can go, and come back before dinner. The land that you will cover by riding this horse, the whole land will be given to the Prakash Asthan, to Nankana Sahib. Can you believe that? 19,000 acres of land this guy covers from morning to evening. He rides the horse, comes back before the dinner, and he says, Maharaja, I'm here. He was actually 1 hour before the dinner. Maharaja laughs and he says, okay, the land that you have covered will be given to Nankana Sahib. 19,000 acres of land within just 12 hours. Those Mahants, those Pujaris, those priests, they got so rich. They become so rich. And Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he was a very generous king. He donated money and gold and wealth to all the religious places, not only to just Sikh people, but to all to any religion which was in his kingdom. He was not a kind of person like racist or discrimination. Never. He never did that. He was very generous and very kind to everyone. Well, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he dies in 1839. 1849, the British came. Now is the time when game starts. British came, Mahants, they became so rich. Can you imagine if somebody is given millions of dollars every single year without doing anything, no job, doing nothing, and nobody is there to ask that person that what are you doing with this much of money? What will happen? Obviously, these guys, they got corrupt. They were doing totally contrary things against Sikhism, like Mahants of Nankana Sahib. I'm very sorry to say this. They were raping the kids. I'm very sorry to say this, that these Mahants inside the premises of Gurdwaras, those Gurdwaras which are very much important, very important Sikh historical places, they were raping the girls over there, the children. That's what they started doing. Debauchery. They would bring dancers like prostitutes and big fairs. During the fairs, they were drinking. And stuff like that was happening, and nobody was doing anything. It was happening. Now the Sikh, they had no power to do anything because the Raj, the kingdom of Maharaja Ranjit Singh had gone. And when you don't have power, you do nothing. The kingdom had gone. The British, they were on the side of Mahants. They did not want these Gurdwaras to go into the hands of Sikh because they knew that they were hiring more than 90,000, are you paying attention? 90,000 of Sikh fighters they recruited in their army. This is documented. Even General Adwire, who killed innocent people in 1919 in Jallianwala Bagh, this is a separate incident. He writes in his own book, he says that we got 90,000 Sikh fighters for World War. Can you imagine that? And this is their policy, that they don't want these Sikh people to go to Gurdwara Sahib because they will understand the importance of their own religion and culture and language. They will go for asking the kingdom of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. They might go back. They might become rebels. They might retaliate and ask that kingdom back. That's why these Mahants, they were doing corrupt things, but British, they were the backbone. So this is what was happening over there. Many other contrary things against Sikhism were conducted in the premises of Gurdwaras. Now, on the other hand, what Gursikh are doing in those times, in 1873, Singh Sabha Leher, you should Google it because it's a different part of Sikh history, but we will talk about this in any other video. 1873, Singh Sabha Leher, the movement means Singh Sabha movement, it started. They wanted to change things. When they saw all this happening, that the prominent Sikh families, they were converting into another religions. They were leaving Sikhism, and such things were happening in Gurdwaras that they had people who were making wine inside Gurdwaras and serving openly. They started a newspaper which was called Akali Patrika. Now that's where the game changes. That's how they start turning the tables. Now they started Akali Patrika. Akali Patrika means newspaper, and Akali means who believes in Akal. Akal means the God which is beyond Kal, which is beyond time. So they started Akali Patrika. People started reading this newspaper, and automatically people in villages, in small towns, in cities, they started becoming Akalis. They started calling themselves Akalis, that I'm Akali. I'm an Akali. They started changing. They were getting Amrit Shakna. Amrit Shakna means Khande ki Pahul, means the Amrit which is prepared with the double-edged sword, which is called Khande ki Pahul. They started taking, and they were becoming Akalis. Now automatically there were lots of Akali Jathas and villages, and they wanted to bring some changes. What happens? They getting together. Gurdwara Babe Ki Beer, yes, Babe Ki Beer in Sialkot. There, the British, they had appointed a Sarbara. Sarbara means a kind of officer whose job is to take care of this organization, these Gurdwaras. Yes, these Sarbara, these kind of collectors or officers, they were appointed by British directly. So Gurdwara Babe Ki Beer, the Sarbara Ganda Singh, non-Sikh. This Ganda Singh is different. There is another Ganda Singh in Sikh history. He is a very respected person. There are lots of books written by him. He was historian. But this is Ganda Singh. I'm not calling him Ganda Singh. Ganda Singh, a non-Sikh. He was appointed Gurdwara in Babe Ki Beer, and then he was removed from there. Sikh, lots of Sikh, Sardar Khadak Singh and lots of other prominent Gursikh, they arrived there. Akalis, they started arriving there in Jathas. Jatha word is coming lots of time in this video. Jatha means contingent. Jatha means group of people. Jatha means the Gursikh, when they start working together, they call themselves a Jatha, that we are together. Now lots of Jathas, they started arriving, and Gurdwara Babe Ki Beer was in the hands of Gursikh now. Sarbaras, another example. General Udwire, you guys might have heard about the Jallianwala Bagh, where General Udwire, he killed hundreds of people, innocent people. It's a different incident. But General Udwire was given Siropao. Can you imagine? Siropao means very sacred and important thing. A very important thing, which means blessing by Guru Sahib. That cloth, that beautiful robe was given to that same killer who killed innocent people. By whom? At Akal Takht Sahib. Who did that? The Sarbara, which was appointed by the British. His name is, he died obviously, his name was Honorary Magistrate Aroor Singh from Nashera Nangli. Aroor Singh. He gives Siropao to General Dyer. This is the same General Dyer, Punjabis call him Dyer. His name was Udwire. So he was killed by Sardar Udham Singh, Shaheed Udham Singh. There must be some movies on his name on YouTube or on Netflix. There might be. There is a movie on him, Shaheed Udham Singh, who killed General Udwire. Okay, so these Sarbras, can you imagine? Such killers were given Siropao on Akal Takht Sahib, and if a Gursikh who changes, who becomes Akali, who becomes Amritari Gursikh, goes to Gurdwara Sahib and wants to offer Kada Prasad or Deg, or wants to pray, they were pushed out of Gurdwaras. Such incident happened when students of Khalsa College and some of the professors of Khalsa College Amritsar, they visited along with some newly initiated Gursikhs. They arrived at Akal Takht Sahib. They wanted to offer their offerings and Kada Prasad, and they met the same things. The Mahants here, they were so corrupt, they did not want these Gursikhs to come to Gurdwara Sahib. They were pushing them outside, that leave this place. Now Kartar Singh Chabbar, Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar, in Punjabi we call the Khadke Wala Baba, which means a kind of person who is ready to fight. He brought some of his Gursikh with weapons. They say with danga, with latiyan, with swords and all that kind of stuff. He arrives. At that moment, when they raise the slogans of Sat Sri Akal, they raised such slogans. These Mahants, they left the place, Darbar Sahib. When the Sangat goes to Akal Takht Sahib, which is right in front of Darbar Sahib, even there Mahants were not there. They had left. Now that's how Darbar Sahib and Akal Takht Sahib, both of these most important places, got into the hands of Gursikh. Now the Sikh were having the seva. Now other Mahants, like Mahant of Nankana Sahib and other places, they were very much worried, and they started making preparations. They knew that this was going to happen, that the Gursikh are coming after them too. They started writing letters to British government like Mr. King, Commissioner of Lahore, you know what he did? He said, I cannot send the police, but he gave full support, like weapons, illegal weapons he provided to Mahant of Nankana Sahib, Narayanu Mahant. Now, this is Narayan Das, and we call him Narayanu, usually. If you ask to any Punjabi Bujurg, to your grandpa, and you can ask them, Baba, who was a Mahant? He would say Narayanu Mahant. And nowadays, if you call someone Mahant, it means it's a kind of Punjabis कहने हैं गाल कड्डी नहीं किसी ने. So this is the same thing. If you call someone a Mahant, which means who is taking money from the Golok and using it for their own selfish motives. Now this Narayan Das, Narayanu Mahant in Nankana Sahib, he was doing the same thing. You know, his predecessors, two of the Mahants, they died because of venereal diseases, because they was so much indulged in debauchery and adultery and too much sex life that they got contracted with venereal diseases. That's how they died. And this Mahant Narayan Das, he was doing the same thing. Well, he got all the preparations, and he made holes in the gates of Nankana in the main hall, so that they could fire bullets. Yes, they had weapons, they had bullets, guns, gunpowder, cartridge, everything, even kerosene, and very lethal weapons like gandase, takuye, shaviya. These are some Punjabi weapons. So they started collecting everything. Now the Shromani Committee was formed during this time. I'm going a little faster. Now they started getting together. They were making preparations that what should we do. So they wrote so many of letters and sending messengers to talk to Mahant Narayan Das that come to us, or we can come to you and we can talk and we can sort out that what you're doing, why don't you change yourself? Mahant says, okay, I will change my ways. Okay, I'll do whatever you want. But on the other hand, he was making all the preparations. Sikh decided, these Shromani Committee and Shromani Akali Dal, all these guys, they get together. They decided that we will visit this place, Nankana Sahib, Janamasthan, the birthplace of Guru Nanak Sahib. We will visit there on 5th or 6th March. We will have a huge gathering over there, and then we will talk to Mahant over there. That thousands of Sikh were supposed to go there. But when some Sikh, few Gur Sikh, they came to know that Mahant is having lots of preparations. He is accumulating lots of ammunition, guns, gunpowder, all that kind of stuff. He even hired 400 mercenaries, cold-blooded murderers he hired. All these such things when Sikh came to know, then Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar, this is a very important name, Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar and Sardar Lachman Singh Dharowal and some other Gursikh, they secretly decided to visit Nankana Sahib before 5th or 6th of the March 1921. They decided not to tell this to Shromani Committee or Shromani Akali Dal, but they decided to take thousands of Sikh before this 6th March. So they decided to visit this place on 20th of February. Why? Why they chose this day? Because the Mahant Narayan Das, he would go out of Nankana Sahib. He had to attend a conference, Sanatani conference. So he had to leave Nankana Sahib, this place. So these Sikh, they decided to go on this date. But this thing was not secret from the prominent other Sikh, Master Tara Singh. When he came to know about this planning of Sikh, he says, no, nobody is going there. Immediately, he sent his messengers. Remember, Master Tara Singh, now the story starts. How these circumstances came, how this thing happened. Now Master Tara Singh, he sends his messengers on horses to stop these jathas. Sardar Dalip Singh was the messenger. His job was to stop Sardar Lachman Singh Dharowal and Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar. He finds Kartar Singh Chabbar's jatha in Gurdwara Khara Sauda, which is also known as Sacha Sauda, which is might be 40 kilometers from the Prakash Asthan of Guru Nanak Sahib. He implores, he begs Kartar Singh Chabbar, please don't take this jatha to Nankana Sahib. These are the orders written letters signed by the Jathedars that you cannot take this Jatha. Please agree with this. Somehow he persuaded Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar. But he says one thing, this Bapu, he says, Kartar Singh Chabbar says, okay, we can stop here, but what about the other Jatha, which is coming from village Dharowal, the Jatha of Sardar Lachman Singh. Sardar Dalip Singh says, okay, give me 3 horsemen and write letters, sign them, and we are going to find him wherever they are. We will show these letters to them, and that's how we will stop him. Now, on the other hand, now these guys, Sardar Dalip Singh, Sardar Varyam Singh, Sardar Pal Singh Bachchana, these Gursikh, they started riding horses and they are looking after the other Jatha. Now this Jatha started on the night of 90th February 1921. They started from village Dharowal. Dharowal is the village of Sardar Lachman Singh. Sardar Lachman Singh Dharowal, when he started from his village, there were only six people. This Jatha is only 6 persons. 2 of them are ladies. One is his own wife, Bibi Inder Kaur, and he had adopted a child who was now obviously maybe in the age of 20s or something. His name was Sardar Mangal Singh Karpan Bahadur. This guy has a long story. So this guy is also in this Jatha. These 6 people, when they arrived Nankana Sahib, very close, a place is called Pathianwali. Patha is a Punjabi word which means in English it is called kiln, K-I-L-N, kiln, where they bake the bricks, right? So when they arrived Pathianwali, at this place, this Jatha, the number swelled up to 150. How did this happen? Because when Jatha was coming, they were telling everyone that we are going to Nankana Sahib. We are going to get this place free from those corrupt Mahants. Then people would start joining this Jatha. They wanted to make a change. They knew that they might have to get them killed over there. They might be sacrificed. But they started gathering. That's why this Jatha was 150 people now. 3 ladies over there. Sardar Dalip Singh, he's looking for the Jatha. His other horsemen, they're also looking for the Jatha. This Jatha. They could not find it. Sardar Dalip Singh, he goes to the factory of Sardar Uttam Singh. Now this is another name. Sardar Uttam Singh's factory, which is like half mile from the Prakash Asthan, Nankana Sahib. He visits there, he goes there to find the other Gursikh, because in Sardar Uttam Singh's factory there were also some Gursikh who were a very staunch Gursikh. They wanted to do something good for Sikhism. So Sardar Dalip Singh is there, but this Jatha arrives very close to Nankana Sahib. One messenger arrives here. They say that this messenger, this horseman, shows the letter to Sardar Lachman Singh Dharowal and says, Sardar Sahib, you cannot go to Prakash Asthan, to the birthplace of Guru Nanak Sahib, Nankana Sahib. You can't go there. Because this is the order from the Jathedars that you cannot take this Jatha over there before 6th of March. You can't go there. Now Sardar Lachman Singh read this letter and he says, but we have already prayed. He says that we just prayed. He was like confused on what to do. Somehow he agreed and he says, okay, we stop here. We can go back. But you know what happens? Another Gursikh from this Jatha, Sardar Tehal Singh, he raised the slogan Sat Sri Akal and he says, we already prayed and I am going. If the whole Jatha is going back, it's fine, but I will go all by myself alone. If I get killed, it's okay, fine, but I will go. He raised the slogan of Sat Sri Akal and everybody starts following him, even Sardar Lachman Singh. They entered Janmasthan. They had already sent those 3 ladies before at the arrival of this Pathiamali, this plains, Sardar Lachman Singh had given 18 rupees to his wife and saying that go and do Akhand Path Sahib for us. If we die there, pray for us and use these 18 rupees for Akhand Path, for the final rituals. This Jatha goes inside. They took bath in the sacred Sarovar, in the talab, in the tank of water, and then they go inside, and there Sardar Lachman Singh Dharowal, he himself is sitting on the tabia in the presence of Guru Granth Sahib. The other Sikh, they are also sitting in the darbar. Some Guru Sikh, they started cleaning the courtyard, and then Mahant and his mercenaries, they started showering bullets. They started killing them. Brutally they killed them. They started showering bullets right inside Darbar. Some of the bullets struck to the Swaroop, to the Pavan Swaroop of Shri Guru Granth Sahib. And Sardar Lachman Singh Dharowal, they say he tried to save the Swaroop of Guru Granth Sahib. He was also shot. And then they brought the body of Sardar Lachman Singh, hanged it with a jand tree, which is still there. They say it was still there in Pakistan, Nankana Sahib. If you go there, you must visit there and see. He was hanged and burnt alive. And then they piled up all the dead bodies in just one place and put the kerosene and then started fire. 11-year-old child, Sardar Darbara Singh, he was also there. He was also thrown on the pile of the bodies and burnt alive. Sardar Mangal Singh Kirpan Bahadur, he got sacrificed. These people knew that this was going to happen. Sardar Dalip Singh, when he heard about it, he was in the factory of Sardar Uttam Singh. When he heard the sound of bullets, he was rushing towards Nankana Sahib. He saw Mahant Narayan Das. He was riding the horse, the Mahant, and he was ordering to kill every Sikh, every Gur Sikh with long hair and turban and kripan. He says, kill everyone. Sardar Dalip Singh arrives and he says, please Mahant, don't do this. I beg you. I shall get you pardon from Khalsa Panth. They will do nothing wrong with you. Please don't. Please stop it. The Mahant, he took out his pistol and shot him. And he was also thrown there. This incident happens. This brutal killing happened and government did nothing. They did not stop it. Till the noon, Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar, because there were no phones or stuff like that. So somehow they know about it. Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar, he came there. You know what happens? The British army, they covered the whole Gurdwara Sahib and they stopped every Gur Sikh from entering this place, this Gurdwara Sahib. They locked everything. Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar, he arrives with 2,200 Sikh fighters with swords. Sword is the right of a Sikh. Because we keep it. We keep it because it's blessing by Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj. It's blessing by our Gurus to fight against the tyrannical systems. So these Gur Sikh, having their swords and their long sticks, they wanted to kill those army men and go inside the Gurdwara Sahib. Mr. King, the commissioner of Lahore, he goes and talks to the Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar and he says, you are not allowed to go inside. He speaks Hindi and says, Aage Gora Fauj hai, agar aage badhega to goli chalega. And Sardar Kartar Singh Chabbar says, if you start showering bullets on us, we will not stop. We will go, we will snatch the guns of your soldiers and see then what we do then. Then Mr. King, he says, the commissioner of Lahore says, okay, wait for 8 hours. In the morning, you will get the keys of Gurdwara Sahib. You know what they did? The Jatha, standing behind Kartar Singh Chabbar, they raised the slogans of Sat Sri Akal and they said, we want keys right now. Mr. King brought the keys within just 2 minutes and gives to Khalsa Panth. When they entered, and they saw this, they cried. They started weeping that what happened on the birthplace of Guru Nanak Maharaj, that even kids were killed. All those innocent people, they were mercilessly slaughtered and disgracefully cremated in piles, in huge piles. The next day, morning, the family members of these people started coming. They say a lady was sitting there holding the hand of a young man, pressing it. This was the dead body of his own son, whose body was half burnt. Everywhere there were blood stains, hairs and wooden combs, the kange everywhere. Khalsa Panth took the charge of Nankana Sahib, Janamasthan. That's how these Guru Sikhs, they laid down their lives. They got the seva of Nankana Sahib. Then they wanted to have some educated granthis, religious preachers, so they established a college, Shaheed Sikh Missionary College in Amritsar, and they started education, religious education for Guru Sikh to make their own religious granthis. Now kids in Canada, they don't want to be granthi, right? Punjabi kids born in Canada or America, they don't want to be granthis. I don't want to talk about this. It's a long story. I don't want to go there. But that's how they started making new granthis who could do good seva according to the Sikh code of conduct. Now there is Sikh code of conduct. It's a different story. How they made then Sikh code of conduct, how to perform all the religious duties inside the premises of Gurdwara Sahib or anywhere else. So this is the story of Saka Nankana Sahib. This is called Saka Nankana Sahib massacre, which happened on 20th of February 1921. I talked about this in very short words, because there were lots of other things during these days. Lots of other incidents, important incidents happened. Lots of things were done by other Guru Sikh. Well, but very soon we forget. Very soon we forget our history. It was just 1839. Look at this. 1839, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he dies. 1849, our home, Punjab, was captured by the British. Within just few decades, we lost everything. We lost everything. And now we are forgetting our Sikh history. We are forgetting our language, Punjabi language, Uda Heda. We are forgetting how to read Gurbani. Imagine what's going to happen after 50 years. How many people might be visiting to Gurdwaras in Canada? If you even visit there, can you read the Hukmnama over there? Can you read the Hukmnama, the order of the day displayed on the screens? Can you read that what is the order of Guru Granth Sahib? Very important to learn Punjabi. It's very important for you. We have Punjabi classes here in Squamish. Today it's Monday, and I have classes. I think I have now. We have more than 30 kids coming, and I teach them Punjabi language. And I learned one thing by teaching Punjabi to them, that if a 12 or 13-year-old girl or boy, or any child, whoever comes to Gurdwara to learn Punjabi, it takes 4 to 5 months to teach Punjabi reading, It doesn't take a lot of time. I have this data. I started teaching Punjabi in, this is 2024, and in 2023, we started Punjabi classes in Squamish. I have few kids. They started learning Punjabi from alphabets, from Uda Eda, kind of like five months ago. And within 5 to 6 months, I have few students, they learned Uda Eda. I'm talking about twice a week classes, like only 8 classes in 1 month. And I tell them to to spend 15 to 20 or 20 minutes only, 20 minutes 5 days a week at home. Just read whatever you learn and speak Punjabi at home with your parents and grandparents. And guess what happens? 5 to 6 months, they learn alphabets, they learn how to write them and how to read them. Then they learned how to combine them and all the matra, kanna, syari, byari, onkad, dalankad, la, dala, bindi, tippi, addak, pair, charara, pair, jaha, all this stuff I taught them, and I love them. They're like my children. I'm not too old, but I call them my children, and I feel very good when these kids are learning Punjabi, and one day they will be reading Gurbani and Sikh history. I request you guys, if you are born in Canada, America, or any English-speaking country and in Punjabi families and you don't know Punjabi or Sikh history, you must spend only 20 minutes a day. Within 1 or 2 years, you will learn a lot. Don't forget such great Gursikh who laid down their lives, and now we can visit these beautiful Sikh historical places. Thank you very much. I made a lots of mistakes. And that's how I learn. I might have made a lots of mistakes. Thank you very much. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.